Hey, what's going on, everybody? Goody from Goody's Resale here. We're outside of the American Legion in Enfield, Connecticut for East of the River comic book show. We're going to take some videos on the inside and see what we find. So here we are, getting into the American Legion here in Enfield, Connecticut for the show. Um, just kind of walking in, getting a lay of the land here. We're going to grab our little bracelets and start looking around, see what we got. Kind of noisy in here. That's why I would choose to do a little bit of voiceover work here. As you can see, lots of stuff there. A bunch of vendors here on the top floor. Nice shot of my hand there. Sorry about that. As you can see, more than comics. See some wrestling figures there and the World Heavyweight Championship belt. We're coming up to our first vendor here. Lots of great wall books. Kind of hard to see. Not very zoomed in, but they had a lot of discounted books there, as you can see in the boxes. Plenty of boxes there to go through. You could literally spend all day at one booth looking through all of these different comic books, hoping to find a gem in there. If you have that time, I'd highly recommend it. But yeah, this was just the first vendor, and kind of was looking at a few things on the wall there, just kind of taking it in. Being my first show, just kind of again getting the lay of the land, and yeah, looking to see what we could find. Now we continued on to one of the other vendors here. This is the first time I'm going to see um, Batman 423 here at the show. You kind of see me looking at the wall there. That's going to be me looking at it. It's on the bottom. You can't really see it too well in the video. We're going to get a close up look at it. Again, another vendor with a lot of great books, 25% off all these boxes. Look through a couple of Electra books here. My buddy was letting me know that he needed an Electra book, so I kind of was on the lookout for that. But again, lots of good deals to be had at the show. Vendors had plenty of inventory, and you're going to see me shortly talk to the guy. Can I see that Batman 423?
Or should I go 60?
So what you couldn't hear in the video there is the gentleman tells me that it is listed for $78. Tells me that he could do better. Said about $60, which is a good price. Did find out it was a second printing. Kept it in mind, and then gave it back to him. Told him I'd possibly be back to take a look at it again. And then you just see here, this is the same vendor, 25% off boxes, just looking at some Daredevil books in search for the Elektra cover. Lady Death. Masters of the Universe. Ooh. Prison cover. Nice. That's cool.
So those are all dollars. The last 4 boxes.
All dollar box? All right. I'll have to definitely take a look. I like these.
Yeah, pictures is good. Really nice down there. Did you go through this one? You opened it up on it. How do you get down there? You want something else when you're down there. Yeah, I know. Thank you. Some more Daredevil. I've seen a very.
Again, the community. I don't. The books. Who cares about the books? It's all about. Again, I think it's sort of like a middle-aged guy things. Like you need that male companionship. Sometimes a female, but like you need, like I just want to talk about comic books. I started just talking to the ether. I love that. I buy this every time I see it.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, I love Darkness when I was a kid. No, great. I didn't say hi, so I wanted to.
Oh,
sorry.
yeah.
Oh. Surfer and Thor. Got a nice little bag full of stuff right now so far. Can't really complain about the things that I've got. This is the one this is the one that Jim sent in.
What?
That is the girl. That's her.
But he wants. Which one does he want?
So that's like an older one. So like that's kind of new. I know Jim likes the older books.
Kind of hot on this cover. I might have to get it myself.
There you go. But I didn't bring any money, so.
There's another one. They kiss him.
Oh.
What's this, like a sidekick?
They like dated, then she died, then she came back to life. It's a big thing. It's Poison Ivy. Poison Ivy. Nope, don't want that. Don't eat it. That's a good one. It's like a $10 book. So just a couple things here. In the last clip there with the Dark Crystal book, The hand that reaches in that points out the book to me, that was Mike from Lunch Money Comics, another YouTube creator. Got to chat with him a little bit. Nice guy. He was just telling me that he buys that book every time he sees it. Um, and as you can see here, I grab a bunch of Scotty Young books. I end up putting them back, but I do love Scotty Young covers. Very popular and just, great to look at. And, but yeah, I just kind of ended up putting them back. So there's that.
We were at a graduation spring and went and had a graduation party. It was very windy and then all of a sudden it started raining. Yeah, the wind picked up out of nowhere. It's like, okay. It's actually a lot warmer out than I thought today, in the 90s. Oh yeah, that you might think it was. Well, I think it was warm. Is this week gonna make it better?
Yeah. Right. I have like my, because like you, I don't know if I have a complete run because I did sell some of the early Avengers at one point. But I'm afraid of fantasy cards.
Oh, see, the summer. So it looks like it's good. What was it? I just see another excuse me. This stuff's all under $10 to start, and it's
All right.
half off today because I'm going to restock for Terrificon. So
Oh, nice.
They're all priced and graded on the back,
Perfect.
and it's half of that.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
They're in alphabetical order, A through Z.
A through Z. Awesome. Thank you very much.
DC, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s.
Nice. You don't happen to have a Batman 423, do you?
What's 423? Is that a key?
Yeah, that's the one, the McFarlane cover one.
McFarlane cover?
Yeah, the red one with him on the pen.
We just had one. I flipped through a box today and saw one. I think he might have one.
Yeah.
But it was pricey.
Yeah, it's a more expensive book.
And there are a bunch of printings, so you have to.
Yeah, you have to kind of weed them out. There's a second printing over there
Oh, that must be the one I saw.
that I.
Is it in this on the
It's
corner?
across the way over there.
Oh, no, that's not the one I saw.
It's on the wall over there.
Somebody
But I
had
know.
it in a box.
I know Mike from Lunch Money Comics had it too.
Oh, did you buy one?
Yeah, he bought one. And I was like, it's the one I'm looking for.
I know the guy that owns the original art for that page.
Oh, do you? Nice.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
He was more fascinated with the little paste up on the original article. I don't remember the story. There's some story about it.
Something about it, yeah.
Yeah, where like they did some odd thing with the paste ups. The original art doesn't look exactly like that.
All right. It's just a cool book, you know.
Looking for anything in particular?
I'm looking for Batman 423. That's what I'm looking for.
423, no, I don't have that.
Not that one. Or what's the other one? DC Comics Presents 47?
No.
No. I am looking. I'm looking,
Feel free to look.
but as I'm going through stuff, I'm like, I really want to buy this, but I want to make sure I have enough money if I find the book.
Yeah.
So many good books to buy.
Yeah. That's always a problem.
Yeah, right.
So at this point, I notice another Batman 423 on the wall at this vendor here as I'm looking through these graded comic books. I didn't ask about it because I looked up at it and saw clearly marked that it was a second print with a price tag of 125, and kind of again was holding out for that first printing, hoping to find it maybe downstairs. This would be pretty much the last vendor I looked at upstairs, and decided after this would go downstairs to check out the rest of the vendors. So here we are now coming downstairs for the rest of the vendors of the show here. There's about 5 or 6 vendors down here. Again, lots of comic books and lots of other stuff, lots of collectibles down here as well. This is where we find the 2 comic books that I'm actually on the hunt for, the Batman 423 as well as the DC Comics Presents number 47. Again, 2 books that I'm interested in. I do end up purchasing one, but you'll see both of them here in the video shortly. This vendor here told a story about how he had 2 copies of it, uh, sold the other one right before I got down there, and then I was able to take a look at the one that he had left. They were both first printings, both in similar condition. All around good guy here. And yeah, so we'll see them in the next clip. So here they are. That's DC Comics Presents number 47, first comic book appearance of Skeletor and He-Man. And that's Batman 423, obviously the 2 books that I was looking for. Same vendor here, able to grab the few of these other books, kind of took a look at them. I did pick up a couple of them, and you'll see that later on in the video. All right, we just left. That was East of the River comic book show here in Enfield, Connecticut. Grabbed a few things, and now we're going to go back to the house and see what we got. All right, everybody, we're back here at the office. And again, that was East of the River comic book show in Enfield, Connecticut at the American Legion there. It was actually my first comic book show that I've been to. That is a surprise to many people, but I don't normally get a chance to go to the shows. I usually see them either when it's too late or they're on weekends where I'm not available. Obviously, being busy with my full-time job and being a father of 2 makes it a little bit difficult to do a lot of these things. But I was able to go out there today, and we grabbed a few things. So let's see what we got. All right, so from the first vendor, we ended up grabbing a small stack of dollar comics, just a couple of interesting titles with some pretty cool covers. So here's the Incredible Hulk 284 from 1983. Nice cover featuring the Avengers as well as the leader here. Then we picked up Incredible Hulk 288 from 1983 as well. Nice cover here with MODOK, Abomination, and the Hulk on it. Fantastic Four 256, also from 1983. Newsstand copy featuring Annihilus as well as the Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four 330. Nice Doctor Doom cover here. This one's from 1989. Again, tend to gravitate towards Doctor Doom covers. They always seem to be pretty awesome, and again, for $1, can't go wrong. Batman Zero from 1994. No key significance here. Little silver foil title. And again, for $1, Batman Zero. Why not? Action Comics 687 from 1993. This is the first solo story of the Eradicator, referred to as The Last Son of Krypton. It is a die-cut cover and one that you see fairly often. But again, for $1, I'll grab it. So from the same vendor, did grab a couple of books that were a little bit more than $1. This first one being Star Wars Annual #3 in a newsstand. This is a Klaus Janson cover featuring Darth Vader. I believe I paid $5 for this one. But again, cool Star Wars book with an awesome cover by Klaus Janson featuring Darth Vader, everyone's favorite Star Wars villain. And then here's another one. This is a little minor key here. This is Daredevil 190 from 1983. This is the resurrection and origin story of Elektra. I purchased this one for a buddy of mine who was looking for an Elektra cover, and I figured this little minor key would do the trick. Paid $8 for this. So at the next vendor I went to, I made my only non-comic book purchase of the night. This is the Masters of the Universe pin set. I don't know too much about it. I do love Masters of the Universe. I saw it in there, thought I'd grab it. It's going to go into the old personal collection, so I thought it was a good buy. Same booth, I was able to get this Marvel Super Special #24 from 1982. This is the comic book adaptation of the movie The Dark Crystal. Again, big Jim Henson fan. So Dark Crystal, a cult classic. And again, another item for the personal collection. All right. So for the last vendor that we ended up buying from, grabbed a few books from him. Great interaction. Had a couple of books here that I grabbed that I was interested in. Actually went there twice. The first time around, I grabbed these Punisher War Journal #50. This has a preview for Punisher 2099 in it. And again, just one of the covers that I enjoy from the War Journal run. It is an embossed cover, and just, I like the cover, so I grabbed 2 copies of it. Next up, we got this book here. This is Harley Quinn 2022 Annual, Nathan Zerdy cover. Again, as a Batman, Joker collector, Harley Quinn also kind of slips into that PC category. So I did grab this one because I like the cover. Zerdy, also one of my favorite comic book cover artists. Great covers all the time, especially lady covers. So this Harley Quinn, no exception. Just fantastic cover going right into the PC. Another book we got is Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, #126. This is from 2003. Had that vintage feel to it for a newer book. Was kind of surprised that it was as new as it was. Big fan of Elvira. She has that nostalgic feel. And I just enjoyed the cover. So this one's going to also go into the PC. So the last book of the day that was purchased from the same vendor, went into this show today on a mission to find another Batman key to add to my collection of Batman books. Um, really, a lot of them out there. Some of them a little bit more expensive than others. I also had another book on my list for the collection that I was not able to obtain, but I did see, and you'll probably see it in the video. DC Comics Presents number 47, which is the first comic book appearance of He-Man and Skeletor. Uh, I did have an opportunity to buy it. Didn't have the funds for the day to buy both of them. The other book that I was on a mission to grab was this book here. This is Batman 423 from 1988. Iconic Todd McFarlane cover. This is a first printing of the book. A very nice book. It was the biggest purchase of the night. Just excited to have it. This was the book that was next on my radar after the Batman 251 that I just got. I'm happy to have it. Went to the show specifically to try to find this book. Saw it a couple times. There was a few second prints there. This was actually the only first printing that I saw besides the one that another individual had when I was talking to them, which happened to be a pretty funny moment that you may or may not see in the video. But again, I was able to grab this Batman 423 from 1988, iconic Todd McFarlane cover. Couldn't be happier to have it, and it's got its rightful place on my wall. And again, this was the final purchase of the night. And yeah, it was a great way to end the show. So that's the end of the video today. Again, leave a comment down below. Let me know what book from the haul you enjoyed the most. My favorite being Batman 423, another great book to add to the collection. But you can't go wrong with any of these other books that we're adding to the old personal collection. So make sure, again, leave a like, subscribe. Let me know which one's your favorite, and I'll see you at the next one.